What's going on, guys? Scopomar TV here, back with another video. Today we're going to be doing a reaction to a woman saying that her mortgage went up to $5,000 from $3,100. Now the question is, do you buy a house or do you pay the rent? Do you buy a house or do you pay the rent? Let's hear what she got to say. And I'm going to give my 2 cents on this because this is my second home that I purchased, and I got some tips for you guys. Let's hear it.
Y'all, so I just got my yearly escrow review, right? I own my house and I pay for mortgage. My monthly mortgage is $3,332.74. That's how much I pay to live here, okay? Remember, the people, they tell me I live in the ghetto. I act like I live in Beverly Hills, but I live in the ghetto. But in order to live in this ghetto house, I pay $3,332.74. Well, guess what? Your girl just got her yearly escrow. So, boom.
Now, for those of y'all who don't know what an escrow is basically a pot of money that your mortgage company collects with your taxes. You pay your taxes out of your escrow. You pay like your homeowner's insurance out of your escrow. And time again, the escrow runs out. So the following year, more than likely, your mortgage tends to go up, depend if the escrow ran out. Also, your taxes tends to go up yearly, no matter what taxes increases. So these things are paid out of the escrow. So this is what she's talking about when she says her new yearly statement. Now, the question is, do you buy or do you rent?
They say, by the way, Mr. Cooper is my loan folks. Mr. Cooper wrote me a letter and they said, hey, girl, you have a shortage in your escrow of $12,426.11. Wow, okay. How did that happen? Well, several things probably happened. Probably taxes went up. But remember, y'all told me I live in the ghetto, so they say probably taxes went up. Maybe.
Let's keep it 100. Your taxes don't just go up like that. So chances are what happens is that this is her first home. She does not have homestead exemption. Homestead exemption is basically a tax break that the government gives you when you live in a property. You really get a big discount on your taxes. You don't pay the full amount. Only time you pay the full amount is when you're renting a property to a tenant. Goes to show you trying to get rich in America is very difficult, because when you are renting a property, they make sure you pay the full amount of taxes. When you live in the property, they give you a tax break. Now, what more than likely occurred with her is that, she probably bought this house for the first time. I'm going to see what she says, but more than likely, this is her first home purchase.
Homeowner's insurance or something went up. Okay, guess what? They're telling me my new mortgage will be as of March 1st. Okay, so if I pay this 12 option 1, it's still don't do anything, and starting March 1, my new mortgage will be, are you ready? $5,337.65. Okay, watch this video out to the end so I can get paid. Okay, please, thank you. Okay, or I can pay the $12,426.11, and my new mortgage will be $4,302.14. Yay!
Now, whoever sold her this house didn't fully explain to her what she was getting herself into. Now, I'm not saying buying a house is a bad thing. This is my second property. It's the best thing you can do. Renting is literally taking your money and throwing it in the trash can. I do not believe that you should take this video as a hindrance to go and purchase a home. I flipped my first home bought it for 150. I sold it for 330, and I was able to take that money and dump it into a house that was 600 plus $1,000. Yeah, I got my 20% down, got rid of my PMI. It's a blessing to buy a house. Don't let anybody tell you that owning a home is bad. Now, whoever sold her this property did not do their due diligence to help her out. When I was purchasing the home that I'm in right now, there was about $8,000 of fees that the title company wanted to slap us with. And the realtor went ahead and asked her lawyer friend, hey, something looks fishy here. The lawyer said, yes, $8,000 worth of, fraudulent things going on here. They removed that $8,000. So my advice is, before you buy a house or during the process, ask a lot of questions. If you could get a lawyer to look over your, titles and your all your payments, do it, because chances are, if this is your first time, you could be getting, all sorts of unnecessary fees added into your total that you did not need, right? More than likely, for it to go up to $12,000, it means that when she first moved in, she was paying the taxes of the previous, right, owners. This taxes is now her own taxes. Had she purchased a home before, she would have been able to have homestead exemption, which is basically a discount on her taxes. So for first time home buyers, it's very difficult. I get it, but you got to jump in at some point. You cannot sit around and wait and say, well, you know what? I'm never going to buy a house, because then you will never buy a house. This is why it's so important that if you can be married, do the family structure, two parents household, two incomes, it is easier to do these things. And also getting a better property, a bigger property that will be worth more down the line than to be trying to do it all alone.
Hey! What? So my mortgage just went up $2,000.
So we're going to jump into the comments, because there's other follow-up videos of people telling her she's house poor and all these things, and many people could argue this fact. However, she can apply for homestead exemption. There's ways around all of these things. Do not be scared to purchase a home, because it is an asset and it goes up in value. Land is not being made anymore. Whatever land you see on earth is here. Get you a piece, get you a home. Now let's read some of these comments. Somebody says, you are house broke. Y'all making me not want to buy a house, right? Somebody else says, how could you possibly have an escrow shortage of $12,000? A new build should matter less. Somebody says, someone that I know, yes, new build sounds like it. Somebody says, call your mortgage company and ask them to run an escrow analysis. I saw a lady post about the same situation. Her mortgage went down $800. For those of you that have homes, if you see something weird, do not pay that money. Always call, because these mortgage companies, they're humans too, and they make mistakes. And sometimes maybe it's not a mistake, but maybe they're trying to get something out of you, because scams are real. You know what I'm saying? And you got to be very aware of what's going on in your surrounding. So, guys, the question still remains. Do you rent or do you buy? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Scope of TV. I'm out.